You literally decide your own worth and you also let other people know how they should treat you based on your own perception of self-worth. There is basically an artwork that is called Comedian that is just a banana duct taped to a wall that was sold for $6 million. Why is it sold for $6 million? Because the owner of the artwork said that it is worth that much. And basically, this just implements that you decide your own worth. And it's not only about money, it's not only about business and how much you think your product is worth. You can basically implement this in every area of your life. And be sure about the fact that people can feel how you think about yourself. Basically, one example that I will give you is myself. I had like an offer to do modeling. And I never did this before. And they asked me how much I would charge for that. And I was thinking, how much can I charge for that? And then I was thinking, wait, I decide for myself how much I charge. And basically, then I asked my mom as an example, and she's a bad example for this. She said that I should only charge around like 100 euros maximum, but you can charge so much more. And then I went all in and I set my price, and they basically just said yes, because I said it with confidence. And you decided, you really decide how much you think you are worth to others. And just let it sink in. If I would have like a low self-worth and low self-esteem, I would have maybe said, yeah, could you maybe give me 100 euros for that? But I can get so much more. Why can't I just get 1,000 euros or 2,000 euros? I can decide how much I want to have. And this is something that I can also implement into other areas of my life. I decide my worth. In friendships, in dating. And I see so many people that are not confident to charge what they are actually worth. And that's a huge issue. Let's say someone has amazing skills and an amazing product, but they think about themselves that they are not worth it. And I have seen this multiple times. People having amazing skills, but charging like nothing for it almost, because they think that they are not that good. But why should you think like that? If you have a skill or if you are someone that delivers worth, why should you charge nothing or almost nothing for it? You, in the end, tell other people how much you think you are worth to them. And if you say, yeah, maybe I will just do it for free, or maybe I would just charge a little bit for it, you basically directly implement that you are not sure about yourself. And what will happen then is that people will use you. Most people will use you, especially in business, because they think, okay, she's just stupid. She doesn't know her worth. Okay, I will take advantage of that. But you should be smarter. You should work on your confidence and your self-worth and know exactly what you bring to the table. And this is not only about business. This is not only about friendship. This is not only about dating. It's really everywhere in life. And once you get this in your mind, you start to see things differently. Really, just think about this banana that was duct taped to the wall. And you would now think that I'm crazy, but this is actually happening. And they just sold it for $6 million. A banana that got duct taped to the wall. And it's just because they said that it's worth $6 million. And basically, to own the certificate is worth $6 million. It's just a banana that is duct taped to the wall that gets even replaced when it gets bad. But just to get this into your head, why don't you think that you are worth $6 million? Your ideas, your skills, whatever you bring to the table. If you really have something in you that you can monetize, do it. Be confident about it. Why should you let other people run over you if they see that you're not confident? And you, in the end, always decide how people see you. And this is maybe a hard to swallow pill, but you, in the end, also give other people the allowance to treat you a certain way. If you are someone that is confident, sure about yourself, and you treat others with respect, no one would try to run over you, because you basically have this attitude that other people can also feel, and they would not want to treat you badly. But if you radiate that you're not sure about yourself, that you're keeping yourself small, some people will take advantage of that. And I'm telling you this because I have experienced things like that. I was growing up always being the one that would just not say anything, and people would run all over me. I would not say a single word to them. And what I got from this was that basically people were using me, my good heart, using me for money, using me for knowledge, using me for help. And then in the end, I was the one that was basically sitting there alone and drained. And then I asked myself, Why do I let people treat me this way? Because I did not see my own worth in this moment. I thought to myself, okay, they treat me this way and I'm not going to say anything. But this changed, luckily. And I'm still learning more. And it's a process that we are all going through. But I wanted to tell you that really my life changed in many different aspects since I started to speak up, since I started to decide my own worth, and since I started to become confident. Because I, in the end, decide. And if now I get questions how much I'm charging, I just say whatever comes to my mind, because I know that I know about myself how much I can charge. Why should I go and ask other people? They are not me. They are not living in my life. I'm only listening to my intuition. And one thing that I want you to really implement into your mind is to not take any kind of advice from someone that basically is not living the life that you want to live. Because if you take advice from someone that isn't even confident in themselves, they will project it onto you. If someone thinks they are not worthy of charging, let's say 500 euros, they would charge 20 euros for that. They will basically give you the same advice. Yeah, you should charge 20 euros. When in reality, you can charge 1,000 euros. Right? Why should you listen to people that are not confident in themselves, that are small-minded, that are basically not living the life that you want? And I've learned this from entrepreneurs that I'm really close to since I was developing more. And basically, I learned that I decide my worth. And if I would ask them, they would even laugh and say, wait, you could even charge so much more for that. And that's exactly the mindset. Stay close to people that have this mindset. The mindset where you think to yourself, I can do whatever I want, I can charge whatever I want. And if it's too much for this person, okay. It's not only about money, right? It's also about standards. If we talk about dating, I oftentimes hear, oh my God, your standards are too high. Wait, I'm just demanding what I'm offering. I have a job, I'm making money. I have a car, I have a driving license. I have so many things and I just want my partner to have the same. This is too much? No, it's not. It's not too much. Stop letting people tell you what you should want from life or from a job, from a partner. Listen to your intuition and to yourself. So you should never feel bad about your standards or the way you think about yourself or your business or your life or friendships. You provide something. You bring value. Why shouldn't you demand value as well? Can be money, can be other things, but let's just not be so close-minded and keep ourselves small. And I'm saying this especially to women. Somehow society has taught us to always be the nice girl that speaks quietly, is just doing whatever everyone wants from them and is just saying yes to everything. No, if people don't treat you with respect, if people take from you, if people run all over you, this has to end. You are worth it. You provide so much value. You are a good-hearted person. Why should you do this to yourself? And I'm telling you this because I have suffered such a long time from this. And there's really one thing that I learned, especially if you are a woman in business, you have to speak up. Also in dating, it's not only about business actually. Also in dating, no one will take you seriously if you say, okay, you cheated on me and I'm going to stay with you because you said you love me and that you will never do this again. No, set boundaries. If you are loyal and honest and your partner is not, bye. You really decide for yourself if you stay with this person. And I get it, yeah, we love someone and blah, blah, blah. But you should, first of all, love yourself enough to say bye to this man. And this is a big issue that many people are facing. They don't love themselves enough. They love their cheating partner more than they love themselves. And this is the issue. If you listening right now have the feeling that you can relate to this, please do yourself a favor and work on your confidence. This is not where the story ends. Believe me, right now, this video will help you so much because you will start to realize that you decide your own worth. If the artist that duct taped a banana onto the wall can decide that this is worth $6 million, just imagine what you can do. Please believe in yourself. I cannot preach this enough. Speak up, set boundaries. You decide in the end. And maybe you will be lonelier, but you will be surrounded by the right people. They are not many, but they are the right ones. And I would rather have 1 or 2 people around me that are honest to me, that are really valuing me, instead of a million fake people around me just benefiting from my good heart and from my people pleasing. Let this sink in. So my beautiful angels, this was it with today's video. video. I really had the urge to record this video. Maybe you could also feel it from the fire in my soul. But I was just thinking about the fact that, like, back then, I would not act like this. I would have said to the offer, yeah, maybe 50 euros is enough. But now that I'm growing and I'm evolving and I start to realize that I basically decide my own worth, I have evolved so much and it really helped me. And I hope that my words help you as well. And if my words helped you, leave a comment down below. And I'm so proud of you. I hope that we see each other in the next video on Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to support my work. And yeah, I'm out. That's it. Bye bye.